Asuka, the energetic and strong mother. Yamato, the younger brother who's always in his own little world. Follow us as we karate kick all your daily frustrations away. Asuka's Revenge.
My name is Asuka, and I've been married to my husband Ryota for 10 years. Our only daughter Ayaka is in the 2nd grade of elementary school, and she's going to school today as usual, but one morning... Oh, something's on the floor! Oh dear, someone must have dropped it. It's rare to find a bag. Yes, it is. At Ayaka's school, parents take it in turns to accompany their children to school in groups every morning, but on the day I happened to be on duty, Ayaka found a bag that had fallen on the ground. This is a lost item, right? Should I check it inside? Yeah, I guess so. Oh, wait a second. As I approached the item hesitantly to take a look inside, Sayori, who was also on duty, stopped me. What's the matter, Sayori? There were 3 of us on duty today. When the other member, Aki, asked me, I nodded my head in agreement. I'll take a photo just in case. Yes, that's fine. Asuka, please. Aki, sorry, can you watch the kids? Sayori, who was holding her smartphone, urged me to open the bag, so I nodded and opened it. A wallet and smartphone are in there too. I wonder if the person who dropped it is in trouble. I wonder what kind of situation it is to drop a bag with your wallet and smartphone inside. Maybe they were carrying a lot of stuff and dropped it. The adults tilted their heads, but when they looked at their watches, it was almost time for school to start. For now, I've got to get the kids to school. It was Ayaka who found the bag, and I'll take it to the police box. So can you 2 take care of the rest? No, let's all 3 go to the police box after we've gone to school. The school is just around the corner, but the police box is in the opposite direction, so I suggested that it would be best to go there for efficiency, but Sayori disagreed, so we took the children to school first, and then the 3 of us adults headed for the police box. Is it really necessary to have so many adults just to deliver a report? While I was thinking this to myself, I was filling in the forms that were handed to me at the police box. Excuse me, have you received a lost bag report? What? A familiar face. I'm pretty sure it's the waitress from the new stylish cafe that opened recently in the neighborhood. Or rather, the person rumored to be the owner's wife ran into the police box. It's an orange bag, and inside there's a bank book, a wallet, a smartphone, a handkerchief, tissues.
Please, calm down. Anyway, the documents.
Could it be the bag we found?
Ah, that's right. Is this the bag you dropped, ma'am?
When I hear the commotion next to me, I involuntarily raise my voice, and the police officer next to us pulls the bag I just gave him out from under the counter. That's it!
Hey, wait!
The owner's wife snatched the bag from the policeman's hands and rummaged through it. The policemen looked at each other with puzzled expressions, probably because I, the finder, was still in the middle of filing in the forms, and the bag had not yet been officially reported as lost. Well, but it's a good thing the owner was found before the report was filed. I had already filled in about 80% of the form, but I was relieved that my efforts had not been in vain. Just when I was thinking that's a relief, it's not here!
What?
The bank book. It's not here. It's not here! As if she had just started to scream, she glared at us. Did you pick it up? Well, yes. Where and at what time?
Asuka was just filling in this form. At around 7:40 in the morning, on the road in front of the parking lot on the way to the elementary school.
Sayori answered while looking at the form, taking my place as I cowered in fear, but... I think the bank book was in this bag. Why isn't it in there? What? No. I don't know. I can't say anything else. It's a bank book from Scat Bank. I'm sure it was in there. We just picked up the bag when we were watching the kids go to school. We checked it out there and then, but we were just saying that the person who dropped it must be in trouble because their wallet and smartphone are in there, and we were wondering how they could drop an entire bag with such important things in it. Did you look inside the bag? Then it must have been there. No, we told you. I mean, it's less than 5 minutes from elementary school to here, right? So why didn't you bring this earlier? Why did it take you so long? I've been feeling it for a while now. It seems like this person is suspicious of us. What is with you? We just delivered the bag, but are you suspicious of us? No, but you can't think of it any other way, can you? The bank book that I'm sure I put in there is missing. It's impossible that my wallet and smartphone are still there, but the bank book has disappeared. I was just being kind, but I got caught up in all this trouble. Or rather, I was being treated like a criminal, and I was so surprised that I lost my words. But at that moment, as I said earlier, the person who found the bag was a primary school student on their way to school. Then it was Asuka, the parent of the child who found the bag, who checked the contents. Here is a photo of Asuka touching the bag. Then, when she checked the contents, she took a video like this. Sayori, who is usually quiet, raised her smartphone and shouted, "What is this? That's not proof!" I think that the time and location are linked to the image, so if you can check the time and location information for this photo properly, it should be enough to serve as evidence, right? That's... The owner's wife, the woman whose name was Mayumi, chokes up. We can both agree that none of the three of us touched or took anything from the bag, and you can check it out in detail if you'd like. It was decided, and Sayori looked cool, but it didn't last long. But then why did the bank book go missing? That's not right. I definitely put it in my bag. I understand. If you give it to me now, I'll forgive you. So give it to me now. Mayumi didn't hide her suspicion of us and began to speak out.
Please, calm down. I checked the contents of the bag, but there was no bank book in there.
That means these people stole it.
There's no proof of that. And as the wife said earlier, why don't you go home and look for it?
I told you. I'm sure I put it in there. Mayumi was uncooperative and unmanageable, but the police officers somehow persuaded her to go home for the time being, and then... I'll check the house, but I've memorized your faces. If I can't find the passbook, I'll sue all three of you. The police officer is a witness. She snorted and glared at us before leaving. On the way home... What if she really did lose her bank book and then she blames us for it? I wonder if she'll really sue us. I'm so angry. If anything happens, I'll use this image and video, and I have a lawyer who helped me out before, so I don't think you need to worry that much. While complaining, we were walking when suddenly... Speaking of which, Sayori, you were taking those photos and videos, but you have a high awareness of crisis management. That's amazing. Saying this, I remembered being impressed by Sayori's skill. Actually, my older child picked up a wallet on the street once. When we took it to the police box, the owner showed up, but she was in a big fuss because the contents had been emptied. The lawyer I mentioned earlier is the person who helped us at that time. Eek! My child, who was suspected, and us parents also felt very uncomfortable, so we're careful about lost property. I see. I thought, it's just a lost item, so why do 3 grown-ups have to go together to return it? But now, I'm even more impressed that it was based on Sayori's bitter personal experience. And so, much later than planned, today's duty was over. After that, I was in contact with Sayori and Aki, but several weeks passed without any calls from the police or lawyers, and I was almost forgetting about the lost item when one day... Speaking of which, Asuka, have you ever been to that cafe? That cafe? Oh. When I was chatting with another mother, I furrowed my brows when I heard the words "that cafe" because that cafe was the shop of Mayumi. I was thinking of going there, but... Yeah! So you heard the rumor too! The rumor? It seems that someone dropped a bag a while ago. It was delivered to the police box, but then the bank book was taken out of it. What? And it seems that the culprit is a child from our elementary school. I'm not saying for sure, but that's what they were complaining about. What is that? Isn't it creepy? They said something like the culprit is in the elementary school, and then after a while they stopped talking about it, so I asked them, what happened to the bank book? It seems the bank book was in the husband's possession. What? Huh? According to the other mothers, the day in question, Mayumi took out the bank book with the intention of making a deposit, but she forgot it on the table when she left. It seems that her husband was planning to go on a business trip that day, and when she left the house to do some shopping, he saw the bank book lying on the table and thought it was careless, so he took it with him. I looked all over the house, but I couldn't find it. Anyway, when my husband got home, I was going to talk to him about it and take a lawyer and the police to storm the thief, the house of the moms who I thought were the culprit, but I'm glad I found it. They said things like the area is unsafe and that the elementary school is a den of delinquents, and I was so astonished. It was a nice atmosphere, but to be honest, it was just the atmosphere. The taste was normal and the prices were high, so I don't need to go there anymore. Since the bank book was dropped, there was no culprit who stole it, and there was no victim who was stolen from. That was good, but what was that woman? My blood boiled. Spreading rumors like that. What were you going to do if the children were suspected of being thieves and there was a commotion? I'm so angry. I want to go and shout at the cafe right now, but I don't want to make a mess of things. I'm so angry. When I was silent, Asuka, what's wrong? You look pale. Are you okay? Oh, yeah. Well, about that rumor. I was startled when I was approached by a mom friend of mine and had an idea. Then I'll tell the truth too. And so I told the truth about that day, from the time my daughter found the bag that had fallen and we took it to the police box with Sayori and Aki, who were on duty at the time, to the time Mayumi appeared and shouted at us. Seriously? That's a complete false accusation. Even though she was panicking because she lost her bank book, that's no way to treat Asuka and the others who delivered it to her. Sayori was quick-witted, so I was going to fight back if it came to that, but I can't believe she would blab about something involving a child like that. My friends nodded in agreement, which made me feel a little better. After that, I contacted Sayori and Aki and told them about the rumors. That's the worst. She should apologize. I'm glad it was a misunderstanding, but if she had known our faces or the faces of our children, there was a possibility that she would have spread rumors about that too. I can't believe it. Seriously, after complaining for a while, well, I guess I'm a little relieved. Yeah, I'm still angry, but I'm glad it's all over. Every time I passed the police box, I'd say hello to the police officers. I thought it would make me look good in case of an emergency, but it made me look suspicious instead. In any case, it's over now, so we agreed to let bygones be bygones. Well, I'm definitely not going to that cafe no matter how popular it becomes. Me too. Of course. Since we agreed on that, we talked about having a small tea party together at another cafe that wasn't that stylish cafe, and the commotion came to an end. One afternoon, about a month later... Huh? When I passed by that cafe, the shutters were half closed. Did this shop close on weekdays? I've never been there before, so I don't know. As I was about to walk past... Mayumi came out from the gap in the shutters with a piece of paper in her hand, and our eyes met. I quickly left the area, but when I passed by again on the way home... Thank you for always coming to our store. Due to various circumstances, we will be closing the store for a while. There was a sign like that. I felt a mixture of emotions like, oh my, and that's what you get. In the end, the store never reopened. When I noticed there was a sign with the words for rent and the contact details of a real estate agency, so it looks like it went out of business. Well, apparently it was a shop that was run by amateurs to begin with. I've never been there before, so I don't know, but there were a lot of people who said, once is enough. Well, it's a residential area around here, and it seems like there were some housewives who made good use of it. The power of housewives gossip is amazing, isn't it? I don't know if the rumors were the reason the shop went out of business, but when I said that, Sayori and Aki laughed, so I laughed too.
Thank you for watching all the way till the end. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. See you next time!